points me to some type of intelligent mind behind it. My second piece of evidence is, in all of my observations, life comes from life. Life never comes from non-life. Therefore, it is far more reasonable for me to believe in the beginning God than it is for me to believe in the beginning matter and energy. Third piece of evidence for God's existence is my experience of free will. If there is no God, free will does not exist. It's simply a biochemical reaction. My point is, there is more to me, there's more to you than simply a biochemical reaction. You and I have the ability this evening to sit on the corner of our bed and to engage in self-reflection. We can analyze ourselves. We can critique ourselves. We can say, when we did this today, that was good. When we did that today, that was not good. I don't want to repeat that tomorrow. Our ability to self-reflect, to know ourselves, is an example of what I'm talking about when I say we have a soul, we have free will. We have a part of us that goes beyond the biochemical reaction.
My argument is that self-reflection in part comes from learning. I mean, use the example of the Skinner box. A pigeon learns not to peck a key if he gets an electric shock. I would learn from the consequences of my actions if I were to slug this individual and all the consequences that might follow. You know, he could beat the pulp out of me. I could then sit on the bed and self-reflect over what I did today.
Right.
Gee, I shouldn't have done that. I am using the learning process. And it's a little bit more complex than a pigeon just because our nervous system is more complex than a pigeon. I still don't understand where that comes from.
And my point is, we're not pigeons. We have the ability to say, this is painful, but I am convinced that the pain is worth it because there's a value of love involved here. So tomorrow I'm going to do something that I know it's going to bring me pain, but because I love that person, it's going to be worth it to do it. That's what I'm arguing is a piece of evidence that there's more to us than simple matter and energy. There's a soul, a personality, a will, there's a me that goes beyond the complex biochemical reaction. Of course there is. A person can sacrifice their life, very painful, for another person. That's an example. They have a free will. They're not just Pavlov's dog. They're not just a pigeon that's been shocked and they say, okay, I'm not going to go back for another shock. They can say,